Mondays with the Mako. Back at you guys. Woo! Amazing walk this morning. I don't know if you can see the steam. You should be able to see that, you guys, coming off the water. It's a bit brisk and chilly this morning here, about 38 degrees. And for us, that's cold. But this is super muddy. I had to work my way through the mud. We've had a bunch of rain and some cool winter weather here for the holidays. And I hope you guys had an incredible Hanukkah holiday, Christmas time with your family and friends. Ours was great. We had my mom and Erica's grandma here, and then just Vic as he grows and develops and just his awareness of the holiday and what Santa is in this time. It was special for us. And I thank you for the feedback last week. Awesome feedback as I got back in action here. And, you know, we asked and talked about that big key question. Who am I? Who am I today as the year ends and a new decade starts, 2020? So I'll talk a little bit about that and the 7 pillars that are key for me in my growth and my development as I ask myself that question. And then I'll talk briefly about just a couple things from the trips this last year and the team APAC. They've been just incredible. Blessed to have a majority of that team like family to me right now. And I never thought that could happen. But as you lead and as you work and develop people and teams, that can happen. So a little bit more there, and then we'll talk about things that I'm doing and what's on the horizon for Shark and the Shark brand and the products that I'm working on. But much love, you guys. Thank you for, again, that content and that feedback last week. It feels good to be here again, 2 weeks in a row, like old times. I don't know if I can do weekly content just because of the schedule, right, with work and Vic and Erica and all the things now, but I can do monthly. We can commit to 12 to 18, 24 videos a year for this group. And I think what's on the docket, look at this mud, it's been gnarly. And I hope this hawk, guys, that's been following me shows back up. I can grab him for sure. You can see the hawk, the rabbit run hawk. He's out here hungry. But some interviews lined up, some interviews that I think will be important from a business perspective, but also from a soul perspective, a development perspective. And I've got some cool big names lined up for us for 2020. So that could be really sweet. And then I think if I get my stuff together, you guys, I could put a little bit of a graphical element to this and make it more of a show. I've wanted to build this into a podcast for a little bit. So maybe this year is the year for that. And I haven't really firmed up my goals on the business side just yet, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, as we get into January, you know I'm going to drop my goals on you. But the 7 pillars are massive, guys. Number 1 for me, scripture work to start the day. Important to start with grounding, to start with real and not with like news or media or our phones and social media. Like, get into the real, you guys. Get into what matters. And for me, that's the scripture and starting with that work. And then number 2, right behind that is just oh, look at all these rabbits over here. Nice. And number 2 for me is the meditation right behind the scripture work. I'm gonna dodge this mud and go this way. The meditation's sweet. 12 to 15, 20 minutes. Some of it can take a guided like visualization journey, if you will. It's different for me each day, but the meditation portion or the visualizing is key. Number 3, and I usually incorporate this into number 2. The meditation is a prayer. The prayer is important, the way we talk, I think, to the Lord and our higher being, and that religious element, massive, right? We all pray differently, but the prayer, there he is, you guys. You see him? See that hawk? See that big boy? Let's see if I pop him up out of his perch. But that prayer element's massive, guys, massive. And I've been praying ever since I was a little kid. I thank my mom for installing that and teaching me how to do that successfully. And there's not a right way or a wrong way, but I love to pray. 4, the workout, right? There he goes. Awesome, big boy. I'm gonna work my way back over there, see if we can find him again. The workout, I'm good at it. I'm good at sticking that one too, but I'm not good at sticking one more element to it, the walk or the run. I would have a run day, but I wouldn't run every day. Now I'm gonna start now. I have been. And that brings me back to my playing days, my soccer days, my days as an athlete. So it's the workout with a run/walk. And then it's also daily reading, business reading. I started 7 books this year and I haven't finished them. One of my personal goals was to read 10 books this year, and I'm gonna miss that because I can't complete a book. I don't know why that is, but I need to stick that and I need to complete the books and do a daily reading slot. I usually do that around my lunchtime, taking 30 minutes out of the day right there to read. The journal element, I'm getting into the mud again. The journal element is number 5, or number 6, excuse me. The gratitude journal specifically, getting into that weekly, talking about what I'm thankful for, what I'm grateful for. The gratitude piece of this journey is important for me. It helps me overcome and push through a lot of the challenges and hurdles that arise, certainly in the mental ones that we a lot of times put forth and put in front of ourselves. And then the last element is the sleep. The sleep portion is huge, 7.5 to 8 hours a day. I use my Charge 3 from Fitbit to track certainly these steps, my heart rate, but also my sleep. And as I analyze my sleep this year, it's been sluggish to say the least, and I need to better that. I need to do that quickly. So that's the 7 elements that are important for me to make me the best human that I can possibly be on this earth. So I can be the best shark on a daily basis for my wife, my son, for my network, my team, my friends, my bosses, right? And that's key. What are your pillars? What are you guys needing to do daily to stick that question, who am I, as the best human that I could be for this earth, for this planet, for my family, my friends, my coworkers? I'm interested in hearing. The trips this year, massive. Probably the biggest growth year of my life professionally, behind 85,000 plus miles. And just both trips this year, about 2 weeks out, I start missing Vic right away. Like every single day, I feel like I've already left. And that's a hard thing for me. You guys that know me really, really well know that that's a massive challenge for me. About a week out, I get super cranky. I get pissy. I don't want to leave my family. I don't want to leave him. But then I realize I'm not doing this to them. I'm doing this for them. And I snap out of it pretty quick once I land. And I get into the zone and I go in and construct and develop and create with people. And I bring people together. And then that trip goes like that. And I can't thank my team, my network, my friends enough, because you are the ones that make these trips successful. 1, your results drive me and propel me literally to be there. 2, the synergy, the connections, the energy, the togetherness that we've created as a team. Incredible. And this was showcased in a big way in 2019. Trip 1, massive. Trip 2, even more so, as a good chunk of the team followed and came with me through the whole trip into Vietnam. And it usually doesn't happen. And with that said, thanks to Trong, to Knock, to Hung for supporting the team, for bringing us in with open arms. I've been blessed to receive that love and care from you guys, but to see the team experience that and enjoy Vietnam and what that amazing culture, people, history is all about. It's my favorite place in the world, friends. You have to go. You have to go on an business trip, an exclusive international business trip, to enjoy and grow. If you haven't done it yet, If you've been landlocked to a degree, save the time, save the money, and make it happen. Create a reason to do that. Not a vacation per se, but a business trip can really, really grow and develop your mind, your soul, your business ultimately. So that was key from the travel this year, and I talk a little bit more about that in the content because I don't want to eat up time here. But get into the content. That's where you're going to find the best chunk of my material each week, you guys, or when I'm getting this stuff out. But the last thing I want to say about the trips, the travel, was just the care outside of business. This last trip, we lost a dear friend and brother, Robert. He ran my website, and I had found out when I was in Melbourne Sunday morning, and I was lucky to have a dear friend that came and picked me up, Titch, brother, and he picked me up, and we drove around in his sports car, just listened to music and cried, talked a little bit about life, what matters, and he took me to Bells Beach. So I think, guys, again, when I ramble here and just go back to the trips, it's the importance of people, the currency of people, and making sure that your networks and your circle is pruned, your relationship tree is healthy, and that the right people incorporate that tree and make up those branches. So thank you, partners, team members, friends, for an incredible 2019, a growth year for me, a journey year for me, and I'm ready to do more. 2020, more growth, more journeying, and thank you. I could get emotional here, but a couple things that I'm working on to end the year, you guys, and to get ready for 2020, and the brand, the product piece. Just give you an update there, and then we'll let you get on with your week and new year. I'm working on the content right for the course. What's hard with it is getting into the studio and then editing. So I'm almost at that last step here where I can set foot into the studio and then edit the material. And I've got a good team member and mate that's gonna help me do this. So we're right at the end there. And when that material comes out, I wanna see about $20,000 in passive revenue and income for me and my family from the course. I'll sell it at around $500. Maybe $5.99. So I don't need to sell a ton of it, but I think through my sales network, through my sales drivers and entrepreneurial friends and marketers, this could be a really nice addition to their toolkit, what they're selling, what their affiliate program looks like, and it's going to be a massive value because it's selling to serve friends and it works. It's simple things to turn the corner as a sales professional and make more money and do it the right way with a smile on your face. I've seen too many salespeople do it the wrong way and go home without a smile. Without a smile. How are we gonna go home to our families? How are we gonna be the best person that we can be? Who am I today? So that's coming. And then I'm gonna create another program behind that. It's gonna be called Leader, Teacher, Saint. And I'll describe that a little bit more in the coming posts. In the saint piece, I'm gonna stick it. I'm Catholic, okay? So I'm gonna stick the saint piece of that, and I'm gonna talk exclusively of what that is, and I'll give you a hint. It's a giving element to your personal brand, business brand, and business. So that's what's coming, friends. And then obviously, the strong work with Victor Dennis Orion, a little champion. He's been teaching us so much. Been blessed to have him this year, as he's taught me more about myself than I could have ever imagined. And what he's incorporated this year for me has helped me in that growth and that development without question. Probably more than the business trips and the work with Erica, and that's been challenging too. But Victor, amazing. He's taught me patience, to say the least, as he starts to learn to speak, right? That patience I've been able to incorporate into the business side and, the work with the team. And I want to just end with a big thanks to the green team at HQ, to Dove and Dave. Dove specifically for being a good leader and working with me and listening to me. We've had a lot of open and real dialogue, him and I, this year, and the ability to take that, to absorb it, and then process it with a path is what a great leader can do. Thank you, Dove, Dave. Love you guys. Let's go get 2020. Guys, time to dominate. Time to dominate. Be smart, be wise. New Year's Eve. Avoid the crazies. And much love, you guys. Bring in the new year the right way, with health, with grace, with the Lord.